Hey there, this is Adam Ellis with another walkthrough, and this time we're going to look at the vocal section of Broken. It's quite an extensive section, and it's something I didn't want to get lost in translation in the last video, just because I was concentrating on other elements. But listen, it's a vocal track. The vocal is one of the main elements. Of course, this is a collaboration with Joe Cartwright, who works with the wonderful Raz Nitsan over at Raz Nitsan Recordings, and together these guys produced some beautiful vocals. It's always fun working with these guys. I get to bounce ideas back and forth, and things can get recreated or redone, so it's always a pleasure. So let's have a look at the main chorus. It's quite a simple chorus, much like any great song is. Simplicity is also always the best way, in my opinion. So let's have a little look.
Can I be fixed when I'm broken? Slay the demons in my head. I'm falling into pieces, hanging by a thread. Fixed when I'm broken, reaching out for a hand. Pick me up when I'm broken. Broken.
So yeah, quite, as I say, quite a basic chorus, but it works so well. Much like any great rock record, once again, simplicity is key. So if we just look at the track, I like to put up my own little bits of delay on there. What you'll notice is I've got a Logic tape delay, and I like to use that as a kind of repeater delay at the end. So if we listen to the end of the vocal, it carries on.
Up when I'm broken, broken.
If we turn it off and play it again.
Broken.
So I guess it's personal preference, but I like to just have the atmospheres of the vocal repeating. There's quite a lot going on in the vocal. We've got some EQ, which is just a basic EQ. We've then got a volcano, which I believe I just use for filtering. I don't even know if that's really doing anything, to be honest with you. By the way, this is a bus channel, so bear in mind that all of the vocals are going to the same channel. We've got a Wave CLA, which is a compressor. Compression, it really bugged me for many years, and I always thought I was a failed producer because I didn't have a £1,000 compressor. In reality, all compression does is it reduces the difference between the quiet and the loud parts of your track. So a vocal which has got a large dynamic range is very dependent on compression sometimes. What that means is if you've got a vocal which is quiet in places and loud in places, if you turn it up in the quiet places, it's going to sound great, but the louder places are then going to be too loud. What a compressor does is it simply reduces the difference between the loud and the quiet. It's literally as simple as that. And for me, this Wave CLA compressor is the best one available. There's not 5,000 different knobs. It's very simple. I just turn up this peak reduction until I see this little lever thing going back a little bit. I like to go for like -3 decibels. I'm very conscious of dynamics, and I don't want to kill dynamics. So I'm just looking for a little bit of attenuation. Attenuation is a fancy word for a change.
It was brutal, hard to ignore, but you can't turn back the time. Searching for a reason to make sense of it all. Is it too late for second chances? Can I be fixed when I'm broken? Slay the demons in my head.
So, we've got up to -7 decibels of attenuation there, which is quite a lot, but it just means that the dynamics of the vocal are going to be reduced, not loads, but enough to just get a nice balanced vocal, but while still keeping all the dynamics of the track. We've got an Arts acoustic. I like to add my own little bits of reverb. although the tracks do come. I can't remember. I think I must have used the dry track because I know that Raz always sends over the wet and the dry. And then we've got a limiter on there. A limiter very similar to a compressor, but it's the opposite way around. Instead of bringing the louder parts down to the quieter parts, it brings the quieter parts up to the louder parts. Basically, don't get confused. I simply have a Waves L2 limiter on every single bus channel, and I like to think of it as just as a lid, just to keep a lid on things and make sure that the volume doesn't get out of hand. So that's basically the main verse and the chorus. We've also got these lovely little vocal ad-libs. We've got these little lovely things.
Can I be fixed when I'm broken?
So just little bits of the vocal I've taken and made into effects just by putting loads of delay on there. Let's look at the harmonies. As simple as it is, that's pretty much it. You know, you've got a verse, you've got a chorus, you've got some harmonies, you've got a couple of ad-libs, and then you've got all these little one-shot effects, which are just basically taken by chopping up the vocal and being creative. And then, like I showed you in the last video, I made this little vocal chop. So making a lot out of very little, and that's all about being creative. And yeah, like for instance, look at this vocal section. It's just trying to be creative, and yeah, I'm kind of repeating myself, but I love the fact you can just get a verse and a chorus with a harmony and then make something so special by being creative.
But you can't. But you
So as I say, it's just chopping things up, getting little one-shots, and like I said 5 million times, it's just about being creative. And yeah, fantastic vocal by Joe. Great lyrics by Joe and Raz, and as always, a fantastic recording. And this is the beauty of being able to work with someone like Raznitz, and it's the fact you do get quality vocals. You don't have to worry about the engineering of them, the tuning and things like that. And I'll be honest with you, vocals are very tough. I do not like working with vocals because apart from the creativity, there's that word again, of chopping things up and getting right in there and creating something really cool, in terms of timing and pitch and things like that, I can't stand it. So I refuse to basically work with anyone that's not using an engineer, because I just don't feel comfortable enough. So I'm very fortunate to be in a position to get these high quality vocals, and I believe it translates in a record. Fantastic track. It's out now on Beatport. Go and grab a copy if you're into this kind of stuff, and support not only myself and Joe and Raz, but with trance scene in general. And more than anything, I just hope that you like the record. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you around very soon, I'm sure.